Good evening.
Hello.
We are doing a Q&A vlogmas today for a change because I did plan this for vlogmas and today was the day. It's been a bit of a boring day, nothing really going on. So I asked you on Instagram to ask some questions and we're going to answer them.
Yay!
So why don't you pick them. Welcome back to vlogmas, by the way. Was it day 18? Nearly at the end.
What is your biggest pet peeve as a vegan?
Is that all it says?
Things people say which annoy you, etc.
I think the thing that really annoys me is when people have extensive conversations in front of me about meat. So like when they're talking about, like, I don't know, when the topic of conversation comes up about the meal or something.
I was going to say, does this happen a lot to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Where, like, I don't know, you're talking about the meal and then someone might make the comment of, oh, I could never have that without chicken though, or oh, but it's so nice when you have chicken with it, or like, oh, it's so good with the cheese though. And then they start talking about that amongst each other. And I think that the psychology behind this is when other people who aren't vegan are around a vegan and it makes them feel a bit uncomfortable because maybe they have a slight, not guilt, but maybe they have a slight feeling of they kind of understand why you're vegan. They want to kind of justify it in front of you a bit more. Because sometimes it feels like sometimes it probably is me reading into it, but occasionally I'm like, why are you talking about this in front of me? I don't know why. I have to sit there in silence for like, it's usually like friends or family. Maybe it's kind of the over-familiarness that sometimes that happens. And I don't know if it's happening because they're trying to prove a point or because they feel uncomfortable, so they want to sort of say that. I don't know, that's a pet peeve of mine.
My one is when vegans always feel the need to tell you they're vegan. You know?
Alex! That's not what the question was.
No, my pet peeve is restaurants, cafes, whatever, that don't label their menus properly.
Yeah, they never get it right. They'll have vegan on there and then it's like, they've got chips, but it doesn't have a vegan label next to it.
Yeah.
Or like a green salad and it doesn't have vegan next to it. You're like, well, what is in that that's not vegan then?
Or nothing is labelled, or, yeah, you have to kind of guess. Or they label the mains and the starters. They don't label the sides and the puddings. So I think, are none of these sides vegetarian? Do these chips have meat in them? They could do. They might be cooked in like, you know, beef fat or whatever.
Yeah, it's rare that you find a menu that is labelled correctly.
Yeah. And that annoys me.
I know that annoys you because he always brings it up when we're out to eat.
More than if a restaurant has no vegan options, that annoys me less than menus that are just labelled badly.
That's so you. That's so you. After 14 years together, do you guys ever miss anything in your relationship? Okay, let's await the witty response that he's brewing in his head.
It's probably not what they had in mind, but
what?
I miss going out and talking to girls.
Oh, stop it! I'm like Alex's first girlfriend, so I don't know what he's on about.
What does it mean, do you think, miss
That's what I'm
anything in your
wondering, yeah, what they
relationship?
mean. Do you mean, like, do you ever miss something from our early days of our relationship? I think that's what they mean.
Okay.
Because we've been
Take it
together
like
for a
that.
long time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming they mean. I guess I miss, because we've been together since we were 18, we've grown up together and been through so many different stages of our lives together. So I suppose I do miss the early days of us being together because we were so young and there's no responsibility in our life and we could just go out and drink and then lie in bed all day hungover, eating loads of fun food from Tesco, watching Harry Potter.
Correct.
And just like, you know, be like at 3 p.m, get out of bed and be like, oh, let's go to Tesco and let's get some food, or like, let's go to the pub and carry on drinking, or let's go have a burger. Like, it was very like, I do miss being young and fun and carefree together.
That's probably what, yeah, I would say that. Just lying in at the weekend, doing nothing.
Even our adventures to like Southeast Asia, just the fact that we did that, just being like, right, we've not really got loads of money, but let's just go to like the other side of the world and let's take our bikes with us and then let's like go stay at, you know, random places with random people and just have fun and
less responsibility.
yeah,
maybe.
there's no responsibility of owning a house or having pets or like really caring much about money or the future or anything. You just be like, let's just go and do that and see what happens. But we've done that together, which is it was really nice. Because now we're doing the responsible thing together.
Well, I suppose we did it, was it last year or the year before? When I was like, we don't just sit and like watch movies all day or like play video games all day. Which is obviously a very...
But I want to do that over Christmas. I've decided I'm going to do a digital detox. I used to do this every single Christmas, and then I think the last couple of years I didn't do it so much because I didn't feel the need to, or I didn't feel the urge to, which if I don't feel the urge to, I'm a bit like, why am I forcing myself? I think maybe in the last couple of years I was a bit like, no, I actually kind of want to just sit on my phone and, you know, I want to share my Christmas. This year I have decided I really want to take 2 weeks off. What I've done in the past is I have deleted the apps from my phone, and then on maybe like Christmas Day or like on odd days I might re-download them just to have a little look on Christmas Day what everyone's up to, just for fun. But it means that I get to just really switch off at Christmas time, and this year I'm really feeling the urge to do that because I want to like read and game and watch movies and just like totally like not be thinking about my phone at all and not caring about like anything like that.
Oh, good.
Or scrolling.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
You gonna do it as well?
We haven't really watched like any Christmas movies.
Will you do that as well? You want to do a digital detox? Like delete the apps you're using a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just...
And so you can just use it to like message your mates on Christmas and your family, and that's it really. It's really nice to do. If any of you feel the urge to do that, I really recommend it. It's so nice. Set yourself like a time frame, even if it's just for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Like, it's so nice to just... So that when you're like sitting waiting, you can like read a book or you can play a game or you can watch a movie and you feel a bit more engaged, and it really sets you up for the new year nicely with a fresh brain. Because sometimes when you're like online, it really like sucks you in and makes you compare other people's Christmases with yours, or what people got for Christmas or what people are doing over Christmas.
No, don't worry about that. But
Sometimes I do. I'm like
wasting my time when I should be you know, I can waste my time on my phone any other time in the year if I really want to.
Because sometimes people go on holiday after Christmas and I'm like, oh, that'd be so nice, and I get all jealous.
Nah. Well,
Anyway, that's not the question. Home. Yeah, I would love to go on holiday after Christmas in the in-between period. I'd love that.
I'd love to go to Centre Parks. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Your turn to pick a question.
What do you think, Zeus? Oh my gosh. What's your favourite classic Christmas movie? Classic meaning older film.
Well, I don't know how classic you mean. If we're going classic, I think of The Sound of Music as a Christmas movie, even though I know it's not, but I always watch it at Christmas time.
It's always on at Christmas.
So I would say that's my favourite classic Christmas movie. I know it's not a Christmas movie. Other than that, maybe... I need to Google it, because it's the one with all the...
White Christmas? Holiday Inn?
Yeah, White Christmas, that's what I was thinking of.
What is White Christmas?
It's the one with all the dancing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the one where he's a mortgage broker or something?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life,
yeah. That's a great one as well, but I find it quite sad. It's great.
I've never finished it, so I don't know what happens.
You've never finished it?
No, it's too long.
What on earth? I've watched it so many times.
Oh.
It's really sad though. I mean, I know it's uplifting as well, but sometimes I find it a bit too sad.
Okay.
But if I'm talking classic, like from my childhood, I would say like Miracle on 34th Street.
Never seen that.
Oh my god, that's literally one of the best ones. Or like Home Alone. Or
I don't think I
Home Alone
really
2.
watched Christmas movies.
Or The Grinch, but The Grinch is a bit newer.
Shrek. I'd watch Shrek and Ice Age a lot, but those aren't classic.
No.
I need a list to look at because I can't think of any. I don't even know if I like White
Maybe
Christmas.
just Harry Potter then.
Harry Potter. Well, is that 90s? No, not even 90s.
Well,
That's just... we watch Harry Potter and things like Elf and The Grinch. And then after that, I'm not fussed if I don't see any other movies.
well, is Harry Potter a
Actually.
Christmas film is a question? Yes.
Yes. Is any movie that features Christmas in it can probably be counted as Christmas? It doesn't have to be set at Christmas.
Everyone watches Harry Potter at Christmas.
Yeah. Because they have the whole scene where he gets his invisibility cloak.
And
Blah,
his
blah, blah.
presents.
And they're bringing the tree in.
And the feast in
Yeah.
the Great Hall.
It's Christmassy enough.
Country you want to visit and why, realistic and dream / if you had loads of money. So, realistic first. Where haven't I been that I really want to go?
UK? Best country in the world. Realistic? I don't know, realistic.
Okay, country I would really like to visit Iceland because I feel like that'd be so great to go there and like see Northern Lights and see how different it is as a landscape. And I feel like that's relatively
That would be
realistic.
Cool. Yeah.
That's
It's
always
not-
been on my list of somewhere I'd like to go.
Not that far away, really, is it?
No.
Maybe I would say America.
Yeah. America as well.
Have you been there?
When
Doesn't
I
have
was
to be-
very little.
Doesn't have to be places we've never visited.
But I feel like New York would be great.
I'd like to go to New York, even if it's overpriced and even if it's really hot in the summer.
Yeah.
I'd like to. 'Cause
I'd
I
like
used
to go at Christmas time.
When I was a baby, I lived in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, Alex did live in America for a while.
When I was 13, I went to Washington, DC, and that was really fun as a kid, going to like Six Flags. So I'd like to go, but that's pretty kind of realistic. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like what, 4 or 5 hour flight? That's
Yeah.
realistic. And then dream would be Japan.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd say dream would
One
be
day.
Japan. Or like somewhere like the Maldives or a remote island where you stay in a luxury resort and you're just waited on hand and foot and you just like roll out of bed and eat dinner and you're just in like
Yeah.
a magical...
But you could probably do that in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, I say that you could make that realistic, to be honest. You could figure that out
It's
in a way.
expensive.
Yeah, but you could do that sort of style of holiday in a way that wasn't super expensive, I think.
Yeah, all inclusive. Benidorm.
Yeah. If you could go... Oh, it's your turn. Sorry to pick a question.
Is it?
Is it? Yes.
Are you going to reply to my message and come to the Christmas nights tomorrow?
That's my friend.
Do you ever crave dairy?
No.
Yes.
But maybe chocolate sometimes, because the vegan chocolate's not as
Oh,
good.
that's true.
Yeah. Vegan chocolate. Sorry, normal chocolate, because vegan chocolate's
Yeah.
not great.
I do kind of like cheese. Just like cheesy things. I don't know, like going back to restaurants again, and they always have nachos on the menu. I think, oh, that looks nice. But by the time you've removed the cheese and the sour cream, it's a bit bland.
Unless they've got vegan cheese and vegan sour cream.
Yeah, not often.
What are you looking forward to in 2025? Well, there's actually a couple things I'm looking forward to, but they're a bit of a secret.
For it to be over.
No, that's a horrible answer. They're the two things I'm looking forward to. You're just going to have to wait and see.
Holiday?
Yeah.
Holiday somewhere?
Yeah.
Presume I will see my friends at some point. Like...
What, in the whole of 2025?
Yeah.
You have to give context. He means his long distance
Just
friends.
about to, yeah, long distance. I haven't seen them. Haven't seen them since my.
Wait, we look really out of position because I'm so far forward, so I look like about 3 times the size of you. No, come back.
The thumbnail.
No.
So, a group of my friends I haven't seen since my wedding, and I'd like to see them. And
From uni, they all live up north.
sometimes we try to meet up and it doesn't work, and like trying to get a train up north from here is very expensive. But we'll figure it out.
Your
Nothing
turn.
specific. What's been your highlight of your year? Sorry, what's been the highlight of your year? Pardon me.
Well, I feel like there's quite a few highlights. One of
They didn't ask that.
the highlights is the fact that we've got a new niece. She was born a few months ago in October, so that's probably the most important highlight of the year, I would say.
Okay.
Welcoming little Alma into the world. Overcoming like lots of like personal mental health stuff, I think, is a highlight. Why are you laughing at?
It's good. I was just going to say I'm going on holiday.
But like,
when we went to Mallorca, I was like, that was fun.
that was a nice highlight. So Alex and I have had a tough year in different ways, like for personal reasons and like to do with both of our mental health. And that holiday, I feel like cemented like that kind of like getting over that hump a bit and then like feeling better and happier and then coming home feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
For both of us.
I think that was a good reset.
Yeah, exactly. So I would agree. Yeah, because it feels like that was the beginning half of the year and then the other second half of the year has been happier.
And also, had we gone on holiday last year?
No, we hadn't.
That's kind of why it was nice to...
We hadn't had a holiday in a really long time.
Well, the year before?
Yeah.
We've
We'd
been
done
on trips, but
trips.
we haven't gone on holiday that.
Which when we were on that holiday, we decided it's going to be a necessity every year.
That was good. Because did we already film?
We did a video.
Content? We did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember the first time we went to Mallorca, we were like filming every day. And
I just did a chilled vlog.
That was too much.
Do you have any daily habits or rituals that help to keep you feeling grounded? I would say my morning exercise, my morning by myself, my morning ritual, just like I wake up early, I feed the animals, I have my breakfast, I exercise, I'll either do yoga or strength training. I actually haven't shown that in Vlogmas at all, but I do that every morning. And I think the reason I've not shown it in Vlogmas is because it is like my moment for me. If I'm like strength training, I'll literally just watch reality TV while I'm doing it, the benefit of doing it at home, and I'll be in my pyjamas.
I was supposed to go on the exercise bike today.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk Roxy when the sun comes up. I have like a pre-breakfast and then like a post-workout breakfast because I realise it feels better to like eat before I exercise, and then I'll take Roxy out for a walk, and that's sets me up for the day. And if I try and do that, some version of that every day, I used to have a bit of a like obsessive idea about mornings, and you know how I'm like I have this issue.
When you went to the gym?
No, I have this issue my entire life where I obsessively think about my routine in the morning and I want to adapt it and change it and make it perfect. And I obsess over it, and then if it doesn't work, I change it, and then I keep changing it and changing it and changing it. And then I've come to the realisation that I don't need to keep changing it, I just need to have a flexible morning routine that's not so strict, because I used to be really strict, and if it didn't work or I didn't have time for it, then it went out the window completely. Whereas now it's not like, it doesn't matter, as long as I go outside and walk Roxy, that's the main important thing. Or I like exercise in some way, like do some sort of yoga or some sort of strength training, even some stretching, then that's good enough. And even if I don't do those things, at least I get ready for the day. Like some version of it basically either stripped back or like the best version of it is good enough. And so that's probably my best ritual, is sticking to some form of like morning routine, no matter how I fit it into my morning, really does help. And when I don't do it, I do end up feeling kind of not as good that day.
Not so much. You're good at it and I'm not so good at it. One thing I try and do is like read in bed. But lately it's been gaming in bed.
Yeah, but that's quite nice.
Which is okay. It's better than looking at my phone. Because honestly, I'm playing Pokemon on my old Nintendo. And I play it for about 15 minutes and then I'm ready to fall asleep. So...
That's a nice ritual.
It's better than watching YouTube videos for an hour. What's your skincare routine right now? Your skin is perfect. Well, thank you.
Did I actually say that?
Yeah, it's not aimed at you.
Why, thanks.
Basically, I wash my face every other day in the shower, and I actually just bought a face wash because I had just been using shampoo on my face.
No, you hadn't. No, please say that's not true.
That's true.
No, that's not true.
It's true.
What? You have dry skin. You know that's like literally the worst thing you could possibly do.
It's good to dry your skin out and then moisturise.
Why do men do this?
Scrub at it.
You have dry skin. You've been using shampoo on your face.
Yeah. Well, most of my face has been beard, so it makes sense. And then I got what was it, like a bulldog night cream, which is actually really good because I usually shower in the evenings, and then I do a couple of drops of some sort of facial oil that was yours but you don't use it, so I use it.
What face wash do you use now? Do you use a face wash?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's one of those ones, you know, like scrubs, the silica scrubs.
No, it's not. Oh my god. Okay, so my routine, I use a gel cleanser. I don't think it really matters. I'll link the one I use at the minute. But I really love the Ren Jelly Cleanser. I really love the Renaissance one from Oskia. Any gel cleanser though, it doesn't have to, I just don't want it to be stripping like those really foamy ones. That does not work for my skin because I have oily skin. I use the Claire's Vitamin C in the morning. I'll link all of this for you. So vitamin C is great in the mornings. That's like the one thing that dermatologists say to use every day is a vitamin C. Then I put sun cream on. I even do it in this weather. If I'm not going outside, which I pretty much always am, but I don't put sun cream on before I walk Roxy. But it's because it's like overcast. I really don't need to. I mean, in the summer I would. But I'll put sun cream on unless I'm not going outside, but generally speaking, I will at some point. So I do tend to put sun cream on. And then I just use a Sukin moisturiser. I don't think the moisturiser matters that much. I just use a light moisturiser because I've got oily skin, but use the moisturiser like good for your skin type. And then in the evening, I use the same face wash, and then I use And Begin. I do have a discount with them because I've worked with them before. I'm pretty sure it means that you get your first product, because it's like a subscription-based service where you get like, you get it sent to you basically. It's like the right amount and it gets sent to you. It's the same company as Skin and Me, but it's for skin that's like my age and up. So it's more like for not that I'm in midlife, but it's more like middle-aged skin. Alex is fascinated by this. And
middle-aged skin, that's fine.
Well, it's for midlife. It's basically, so Skin and Me is more general for everyone. So Skin and Me is fantastic because it's got a it's like personalized to your skin. You send photos and information about your skin type, and then they send that to you, and it's got tretinoin in it usually if it's prescribed to you, and that's a retinol, which is really important if you're...
And that's vitamin A.
Yes.
I just learnt this.
Yes, yeah. It's vitamin A, and it basically helps to exfoliate your skin and give your skin that glowy look. So if you ever look at my forehead or it looks like glowy, that's definitely retinol or Skin and Me. Also, I think it has azelaic acid in it. But I switched to And Begin because it's a similar product and it's the same company, but it's more targeted at women who are thinking about their skin aging or changing in texture. So your skin probably is a little bit more dry, maybe got more fine lines, maybe you're thinking about the kind of the collagen in your skin, and so that's what it's more targeted towards. So I switched to And Begin and I use that every evening, and you don't need to put moisturiser on. You literally wash your face and use And Begin. It's lotion, serum, moisturiser in one, and I put that on my face, my neck and here every evening, and that's my skincare routine. I used to use loads of different types of things in my routine, and ever since I've simplified it to the basics of washing my face and moisturising it, and then using a vitamin C in the morning and a sun cream in the day, and then just a retinol at night, my skin is so much better. Rather than faffing lots of different products which maybe don't work well together and compete, and then your skin gets a bit overloaded or a bit sensitive. Anyway, that was really long. Sorry for anyone who doesn't care about skincare. My turn. Do you have any secret talents or hobbies you haven't really shown yet? I would say probably a hobby that I have that I don't ever show online is music. Not that I really do any music anymore, but I did learn the piano when I was younger. I did all the grades, so I've done up to grade 8 piano. And I also...
Did you pass that or did you fail?
Did I fail?
Yeah.
I didn't fail. I don't know if I ever took the...
You didn't get a distinction.
I have no idea. But I did all the grades. I'm remembering. I'm thinking, did I even do the grade 8 or did that clash with A levels? I remember studying for it. Maybe I didn't take the test in the end. But I did all the practice towards it. I did all the grades. You
were grade 8 piano.
I was grade 8 piano.
Am I living with a grade 7 piano?
I was grade 8 piano. I'm just trying to remember if I ever actually took the test or not. I probably did. I don't remember. Anyway, I studied all the grades for piano. And I also used to play the cornet and the baritone. And also I used to always be in all the theatre productions in school and would sing sometimes in those. And
did you?
Yeah, I wouldn't be like the lead singer. I would be like one of the kind of, like I was the Little Shop of Horror girls, one of the girls who would be singing Little Shop of Horrors in the background.
Okay.
They're not they were like the 3 main characters, but they were like the chorus girls.
Chorus.
I don't know what they were called. I've forgotten. And I wish I would play the piano more, and one of my goals for the new year, because it was actually a goal for last year and it never came to fruition because I didn't actually make it a priority, which is something I'm really going to make a priority in 2025, is my personal hobbies and like things I want to learn. And I really am going to get singing lessons or piano lessons or both, because I love to sing. I love to play the piano, and I sing all the time just for fun, but I never play the piano anymore, and I used to love playing the piano. And I'd love to like learn the skill of singing.
Which one more? Because I think you said this last year.
Singing.
Okay.
But I have looked it up, lots of singing teachers, they also do both, so you could potentially like learn the songs playing the piano and singing at the same time, because I feel like I'd quite like to learn piano again in a way of like learning songs that I could play the piano and sing with, rather than going down the classical route, like learning to play more like pop songs and chords, which is a lot simpler, but like that would be quite a fun way to do it. What about you, mate?
I don't think so. I make bread. I want to make different types of bread, and I want to finally start sourdough. I used to make candles more, and I want to start doing that again, because I've still got all the stuff in a box that I just found.
I think your secret talent, though, that none of these people will know about, is that you are very good at languages and remembering everything. So in terms of like, Alex is an extremely intellectual person. I'd say you're probably the most intelligent person I've ever met. Maybe tied with your dad. You're both very intelligent people. So Alex will retain facts about stuff from which I can't even fathom how he knows this information or remembers it. And because he did Latin and Greek at uni, you're very good at languages. So you can read lots of different languages.
Yeah, I'm just not good at speaking them as
you
much.
You are, though.
No, but I get shy, I get scared.
Yeah, but he actually is good at... You could speak French and be fine. Alex has like, doubts himself, but you're, like, very good at things. Like, at university, I used to really hate that, like, when we first started and we first met each other, I would be, like, freaking out about an essay I had to write, and I'd be, like, trying to get it all done and go to the library and get the books, and I'd write it. And then I'd get, like, a 2-1, or I'd, like, get, like, it was, like, a scale out of 20, and I think a 15, 16 was, like, a good grade.
It was like 14 to 17 was a
2-1.
Yeah.
And then if Alex would always just literally like not do anything, sleep in, and then he'd just go to write the essay like a few hours before it's due, hand it in, and he'd get a first.
Not for essays.
You would.
That was only first year.
See, look, he beats himself up, but this is what he was known for.
No, but I didn't beat myself up. I never enjoyed the essays with that. If the degree was just like translating stuff, then yeah, I would have been fine. But when it came to writing essays, I lost all enthusiasm.
Yeah, but you always used to get really good grades.
More so in first year, because it was easy, because it was like getting everyone to the same level.
Easy.
Sorry,
Mister, didn't you get like 3 A stars in A level?
Yeah, but that's, and then you go to Scottish University where the Scottish students are a year younger than you. I can't remember why they do it like that, but you know, so you'd have like some 17-year-olds in your class and you're 18, and it was about getting, you know, it's almost like they were a year behind you, so it was catching them up. So
yeah.
For that, it was fine, yeah. Yeah,
but Alex is extremely intelligent and just retains information like other people don't.
Yeah. Thanks.
You are, though. Your whole family are like that. Your brother's kind of like that as well. I feel like he will talk about things and remember stuff. Right, your turn. Let's see if they've got some more, because I only put it up recently. We can just do a couple more.
Favourite room in your home?
Yes.
Favourite aspect of living in Cornwall? And then it says London must-dos.
London must-dos?
I don't know if we can give advice on that as much.
Favourite room in your home? Kitchen.
Ooh.
It's the coolest room. All the other rooms like could be in another house, but like the kitchen is unique.
Utility room.
Oh, come off it.
You don't go in there.
The utility room is the worst room. It's so horrible. Come on, is that your actual answer?
All my stuff is in there.
Is that your actual answer?
Oh, so the room I like, I don't know. I like this room a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a good one. Favourite aspect of living in Cornwall? I think the variety of landscape. So you've got the sea, you've got the moors, you've got lots of woods, you've got the countryside, like the rolling hills, you've got hills that you can climb and see good views. I feel like because it's coastal, it has that varied landscape, which I find very romantic and beautiful. And you can drive to the Roseland, which is on the south coast near a sort of Falmouth area, and it's very green, and there's all the estuaries and the rivers, and it's very lush.
Yeah, an ancient rainforest there.
Yeah,
technically. And
it's very lush and beautiful in that way. And then you can drive all the way down to the bottom of Cornwall, and it turns into moorland, like those clips I showed you of us driving to Zena. Moorland on the backdrop of the sea, and it's like the sea all around where you look. You can go up to where I grew up, which was in North Cornwall, which is near places like the Cheese Ring, which is proper moorland with just like moor as far as you can see, like Jamaica Inn, if you've ever read the book. And then you can go to Newquay and St Ives and Padstone, all these other coastal towns and villages on the north coast. Wait, I said the north coast for the Roseland. I meant the south coast. Yeah, all the villages and towns on the north coast, and they have these incredible cliff edges with beautiful like blue sea and gorgeous old, you know, cute houses, just like St Agnes and Padstow and St Ives, and just the most beautiful beaches you've ever seen with white sandy beaches. So you just have such variety everywhere, and I feel like you don't get that variety in other places. I feel like Cornwall has lots of variety in its landscape.
I like being away from people.
So you can't like the summer very much?
No, not really. But no one really comes around here in the summer anyway.
No, where we are, it's very remote.
I mean, yeah, that's not really... I like living where we live because it's quite secluded. That's nice. But I like the sky at night.
Aww.
Because there's no light... Well, there's some, but there's not much light pollution.
So you can see all the stars.
And that's something I want to do next year, because your dad gave me his old telescope, and I want to set it up properly, because...
Put it in the garage.
That's what I thought. Put it in the garage, and then you can look through the skylight, or just put it outside.
Yeah.
And that would be pretty cool, because I keep getting recommended YouTube videos of people, obviously with much nicer telescopes, but they will do like a time lapse of Jupiter rotating. Obviously you need quite a good camera and telescope for that, but anything really. But it is very impressive on a clear night.
London must-dos. I will answer that though, because we did used to go to London a lot. I've never lived in London, but we used to visit London all the time.
Oxford Street's good.
Absolutely not. Don't go to central London. It's completely...
I like central London.
I like...
I'm a sucker for tourist stuff. I like Hamleys, I like the Big John Lewis.
I don't, because I had a panic attack the last time I went there.
Mainly at Christmas.
I hate central London, Oxford Street, all that area. I mean, I really like... Why is my brain going blank? Begins with a C. Near Soho.
Soho?
Yeah. Covent Garden.
Oh, right.
I like Covent Garden. But I would say must do in London, if you're in London for a short period of time, go to the museums, like Tate Britain, Tate Modern, National Gallery, or the Science Museum. Just go to the museums because they're absolutely amazing. The art galleries, the Tate, the V&A. Whichever one strikes your fancy, like whichever one topic you're interested in, go to the museums there because they're gorgeous.
Can't you go to the V&A, Science Museum and Natural History Museum all next to each other?
That would be a great day. And also the market, so go to like Borough Market, or like maybe the ones that aren't so central, like even Spitalfields. Just go to some markets and try the food if you're into food. That's what I would do if I had a day out in London, just as a visitor, rather than going like shopping centrally, because that's just stressful and it just doesn't strike my joy.
I just like wandering around.
Yeah.
You go to places like Leon, those are always fun.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You don't really get them down in Cornwall. Papa John's.
No, stop it.
Good.
It's my turn to ask them. If you could switch bodies with someone else for a day, who would it be? Hashtag Freaky Friday. Maybe someone super rich and famous, so I could just like go and
Send all their money to me. Yes, correct.
Oh my god, yeah, like do a bank transfer of loads of money. No. So you could like have a really fun day, like experiencing being like rich and famous and like going shopping or going on a yacht.
Yeah,
or
go to like Burger King, Leon.
Oh my god, no. You could like go drive a fancy car.
Shake Shack, that's the one you like, isn't it?
Who would it be though? Who would I switch bodies with?
Probably Zeus, and then I could just nap.
Oh my god, that's a really good answer. Like swap bodies with your pet so you could just lie there all day.
Yeah, with all the food.
I'm trying to think, who would I pick? Who would have a really fun life? Who'd be doing something really fun?
Do you think he'd eat like a Shake Shack if you gave it to him?
Why are you talking about Shake Shack so much? Can you answer the question?
I'm really hungry, I haven't had dinner.
Do I have to pick a specific person? Oh, I know. Actually, I've got a better answer. I would swap bodies with the king because I'd love to know what it's like to... I just feel like the royal institution is so hidden. Like, what do they do?
What are the toilets like?
Yeah, what are the toilets like? When do they eat food? Is there always someone around? Like, do they have someone with them at all times? Do you ever get a break by yourself? Like... Do you just chill out, or are you actually doing like lots of like? Yeah. Do you just go to events?
Could you enact some funky laws?
Well, no, because the king doesn't enact any laws.
No, but he can do stuff, but he never does.
No, they're not really allowed to, because it's not.
Can't he technically can do stuff? I don't know anymore.
I don't think so. But that's what because just out of nosiness, and then you could get all the goss. So you'd pick Zeus, okay.
Zeus.
Right.
Or someone like Elon Musk, and then I'd give all my money.
Yes, that's the other answer I was going to say.
Some to me, of course, and then some away.
Yeah, because Elon Musk literally could solve all of the world's problems with his money and still have billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
He could literally end world hunger.
A victimless crime.
Yeah. He could end world hunger. He could literally just give money to everyone and still be completely have more money than he could ever use. Because there is I'll put it on screen. There is a fact about a billion compared to a million. Because I think a million is I saw it was like how many seconds a million was, and then how many seconds a billion was.
A billion's quite a lot more than a million.
Yeah. No, I know, but it's when you put it in perspective, it's like holy crap. I know. Because like a million was like a few days, and a billion was like 32 years or something. So it's like it's realms apart. And he has billions and billions and billions and billions. So it's like, yeah, I can't quite get my head around billionaires not using their money that way. That's why I think billionaires should be illegal. I think they should be taxed so they can't be a billionaire. Because that would probably solve all the world's problems.
That's for another video.
Anyway, I don't think there's such a thing as an ethical billionaire.
Until Elon Musk gives me all his money.
Right, you pick one more.
One more. Is this the last one?
Two more. We'll do two more.
If you could go back to any place you've been to, where would it be?
Thailand.
Oh, Shake Shack, Leicester Square. That was really fun. I enjoyed that.
That cannot be your answer.
You said Thailand.
Thailand.
Okay, then I'll have to pick something else.
No, you don't. You can pick the same.
No, that's a bit boring.
If it's Thailand, then we'll make sure we go back.
Probably would be Thailand. Also Vietnam.
Yeah. But it's because we went to Hanoi and I found that really intense.
I think because we had to cut that trip short in the end because it was right at the end of our...
Yeah, I think I was at my wit's end
away.
because I had multiple panic attacks in Hanoi and it was so intense. We also were staying somewhere there was like...
The building work.
There was building work all night long, so we couldn't sleep. And then in the daytime, I was so not used to how busy it was. And maybe it was just exhaustion from travelling. It reminds me of a bad time.
But the food was just excellent.
It was nowhere near as good as Thailand or Bali, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. You get like banh mi for 50p.
Yeah, but I preferred the Thai and Balinese Indonesian food.
I preferred Vietnamese to Balinese.
Interesting. But not even from our chef, who literally cooked the best food I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We stayed in an Airbnb and we didn't realise when we booked it, it was literally, it's crazy in Bali, I don't know if it's the same now, but we booked an Airbnb for like a reasonable price. This is back when we were like young kids, not really with much money.
I think it was a really cheap rate because no one had booked or something.
I say young kids, we were like, what, 25, 26? I think of myself as being very young at that time. So we were splurging in our mind, but I think it was pretty cheap. And we got a whole villa with a pool. And then we arrived and there was a personal chef. And she was the loveliest person ever. And she'd go on her scooter every day to the local markets and then get fresh food every day. And she would cook us breakfast, lunch and dinner. And it would be different every single day, all the meals, all vegan. She had never catered for vegans before. She'd be outside grinding the peanuts into peanut sauce to make satay. Honestly, it's the best food I've ever eaten in my entire life. We would go out on our bikes all day and come home and she'd lay these huge platters out for us. And the only cost was the cost of the food.
Okay, actually, yes, I'd like to go back to that place.
That was probably one of the best weeks of our life.
That was up in the hills by the coast.
It was incredible.
Pretty cool.
Right, I'll do one more question.
Really smells of wet dog.
Would you like to have children in the future?
Me? No.
Yes, we would.
But it's not just up to me, unfortunately.
Very funny. Yes, we would love to have children in the future.
I'm sort of trapped. Bye!
How will you be spending Christmas? What's your ideal Christmas? We're spending it at my mum and dad's house. And I'm looking forward to not hosting this year. Because the pressure is off. We're doing Boxing Day at our house. I think an ideal Christmas, to be honest, I would love it if I don't know why it's never been suggested, but I would love it if all of our families could come together because we have to split our Christmases. But the issue is there's just too many people because like Tom's family is so big that you couldn't really do that physically. There would be like 20 people or 30 people. I'm trying to think how many people it would be. It would be way too many. So you'd have to it would never happen.
We've done New Year's Eve there before and that was already a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that wasn't everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
But I would love, I mean, if there was no like limit, that would be the best option, is that you could just have a big house and everyone just stay there, and that would be like you'd have to probably a castle to accommodate that.
Something we did also say was the Christmas just the two of us.
Oh, I would quite like that. I would quite like to go abroad, so you could just have a Christmas just the two of you, just for fun one year. I mean, I would feel like I'd really miss being at home, but there would be something kind of fun about just doing that once in your life.
Yeah. Because you could order like Shake Shack takeaway for dinner.
Right, that's the end of that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. And what emoji are we leaving today, Al?
Like a Shake Shack burger.
A Shake Shack burger, or just a burger.
Okay, what's the clickbait thumbnail we're going to do?
Are we getting a divorce?
Probably not, because it's just a whole lot of hassle. Is like you have to weigh up, like, is it worth
is it worth all the paperwork?
The hassle for the end result, which is great, versus sort of staying in the misery. But you know, it's one of those things.
We could just,
at some point, I will probably have to make that decision.
We just have to separate and then never bother with a divorce.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. There you go. There's your clickbait answer. Make sure to ask us a question though, for our question at the end of the day for tomorrow's video.
No, we've done all questions now.
And I'll see you tomorrow. We're getting our hedges done tomorrow. I'm excited for that. If you like gardening, the garden's going to be looking different tomorrow.
Not a euphemism.
Oh, not a euphemism. Bye-bye.
Sadly.